Did somebody say bummy? Get yourself some bummy clothing at bummygod.com. That's bummy, GAWD.com.
Welcome back to another episode of the Commish Picks. I'm your commissioner, Matt Archer, here on a Friday night, week 4, with my co-host, Zach Alvira. Bush is out this weekend for work. He picked up an extra gig that came in, so it'll just be the two of us today. But we did get his picks in, and we will have those on the game forecast. So, welcome everybody. Hope get ready a second to tune in here. It is what do we got? 8:01. We're on time today, Zach. Amazing. I was getting a little nervous. You got here a little later than normal, so I was kind of shocked that I was like, "Uh-oh, we're gonna make it on time."
I mean, I was here at 7:30. It's not like it was that late.
Yeah, it wasn't that late.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been here since 11, thanks to these players of ours. Had to cut my. But we'll get into how the week's going. So, how's your week going, man?
It was all right. But most importantly, how was your week, Matt?
Actually, my week was horrible. I'm not gonna lie to you. This whole thing ruined my entire vacation. So, but I'm here. I actually cut it short. I got back into my house this morning and got back to the office around 12, and been here ever since. And I will be here later tonight, and then I'll be at the field all day tomorrow. So, unfortunately, yeah, it's kind of just it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
So, when they say when the cat's away, the mice will play. Yeah, that whole thing needs to come to an end real quick. But I am on a positive note. We did get some good news this week. I got some good meetings lined up next week. I just don't know if that means the players will be coming along with us next year or not. But anyways, now back to you.
Covered a lot of baseball as usual.
Nice.
Some softball. That's about it though.
Do you watch the girls chant?
No, I went out to practices actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. But
yeah, I hate watching. I like watching women's fast pitch, but I hate the chanting and the cheering and shit. Like that shit drives me crazy. Like leave that to the palm teams, But
well, there are no palm teams in softball, so they have to do it.
Yeah, well, the baseball guys don't do it.
Some
I
of
never
them
remember cheering rah rah this, that, and the other when I was playing baseball.
I mean, some of them do though. If you think about it, or I'm sorry, if you really listen though, some of them
on.
actually do it.
Yeah, we're not onto the game yet.
No,
Not bad.
we're not on that one.
I'm clicking ahead of here.
Yeah.
Anyhow, let's get into this.
I like it.
Let's see what kind of comments we got. I'm sure. Oh, free Petty Sunday. Oh, that's funny. I'm not the one that put Petty Sunday in jail. They did. So, but anyhow, what do we got? We got the first game. I think we're rolling with the 1:00 game this weekend. We got the. Let's get to the right slide. There we go. Got the Canes and the Titans. Yeah, take it away.
Well, I know we said we weren't going to talk about a certain situation, so the only thing I'm going to say is, the Titans were strong in the first quarter, at least, last week against the Spartans. I think maybe caught the Spartans off guard a little bit. I know Raph was telling me that if he gets one sack, then he was going to just pull himself from the game, and I don't think he got a sack at all. So
wow.
He won't be happy that I mentioned that. But I do think the Titans looked better. Obviously, the Canes had an emotional victory, but now they're going to be down a few players, to say the least. But I don't think it's going to matter, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah. We'll leave it light on the subject, but they didn't come out of that last weekend too scathed. I think they got more than enough backups and guys to help get through the game.
Yeah.
And that's not discredit to the Titans. Titans have been playing some serious ball this year compared to last year. I know that they definitely are a solid team internally. They just got to work through some of these, issues that they're having on the field. And I did get wind that they did release one of their main key players. The Titans did. So we're curious to see how the quarterback situation looks this weekend. I don't know if it's a backup. I don't know if it's KD or Kitty, however you say his name. But we'll definitely keep an eye out tomorrow for that and go from there. So, but because I was trying to have vacation, I really didn't pay much attention to the games on the parts that mattered, and I'm apologizing for that. I was more focused on the bigger picture and making sure we still had somewhere to play, and our league continues. I know people don't agree with decisions that need to be made at the top, but anyhow, so it should be a fun game, though. I think it'll be fun. I do know that the Titans themselves, if they continue to play the way they've been playing, they are going to eventually catch one of these bigger teams slipping. They're eventually going to get one of these guys. They're not paying attention. They're not, all of that stuff. So
Yeah.
but we'll
I see D-Will's comment. D-Will, for some reason I keep forgetting, but I got to wear that, Outwork the Known shirt. I do have one. I'm going to wear it next week.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
And also with the Canes, I'm not supposed to say this.
Is he paying you to do that?
No, not at all, man.
No. He's got to pay you, bro. This ain't no free. This ain't no free show.
Nah. I can't do that to him. I can't do
I'm
that to him.
I'm just messing around.
One thing with the Canes too is, aside from the suspensions, I do know they are beat up on the offensive line.
Yep, the O-line's definitely taking a butt whooping this last couple games.
So I think they're down 2, maybe 3 starters.
Is your boy Daryl Dobbins playing, or is he out too?
It depends. Is Daryl watching right now? Because I know. Well, just to be fair, I live with Daryl, so I know a little more information now. Granted, he doesn't tell me anything whenever I ask, so I have to go to someone else.
Gotcha.
But no, he's not playing.
Damn.
Yeah, and then neither is his brother, RJ.
Oh, I didn't know his brother was on the team.
They're not brothers, but they look alike.
Oh, they look alike?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I got you, RJ.
Yeah. Well, and it makes sense, though, because if Daryl gets hurt, RJ has to get hurt, and vice versa.
Mm.
It's like a yin-yang kind of deal with those two.
Siamese twins type deal, huh?
Basically, yeah. So, but Fisher already said he's out, so there's that for you.
Cool.
So, yeah, RJ's not playing either.
Nice.
So, down 2 starters at least.
Mm-hmm.
And I, like I said, maybe 3, but I doubt it. The third one that I do know of that's a little banged up, he's always hurt too. So, he's playing Madden right now. Daryl is, yeah, that doesn't surprise me whatsoever. So,
for those guys that don't know or were reading the comments, I had a way to. I need to figure out how to embed them into the show so we can actually everybody can see them.
Like
themselves.
throw them up right next to you or something.
Yeah, like StreamYard does. There's a way to do it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But
yeah, I use StreamYard for my podcast and I like it a lot.
Yeah. I don't like it. It does have some limitations, to
Yeah.
like the graphics and things like that. I know the Backyard Politics guy that's watching, he uses StreamYard, and he's got really good at it. So,
oh well, Fish just gave away who I was talking about. I guess Chris is playing, so which is a good thing because Chris is, I mentioned it, like the first week I think.
Mm-hmm.
Chris is literally the leader of that offensive line.
Yeah,
and without him, I think they would struggle a little bit, but.
I actually had a chance to sit with Chris and Cody and Daryl in the stands a couple weeks ago and had a really good time talking to those guys.
Yeah.
So.
Chris is a good dude.
Yep.
When he wants to be.
And he wants to be. Yeah. It's funny. I never got around to getting a Lions ring when they won the ship. So I asked a couple people if I could, where I could get one because we have a case here in office. And yeah, one got donated to me and it has his Chris's name on it. So it's sitting in my office and in the case. So. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. But let's get to why people are here. I know they want to start getting, blah, blah, blah. So, all right. So,
Raph is throwing shots already.
Yeah, he's bored. We'll get to his little 330-pound ass here in a minute. So, unfortunately, the Titans are, quote, my team, or however you want to put it. Like, I'm rooting for them all season. But, I got to be true to the games as I've been told. Even with the Canes missing a few guys, and I still think they're going to bring it to the Titans, and it's going to end up being 24-0. That's going to be my prediction. 24-0 Canes.
Only 24?
Yeah, KP's out, so I don't know who their backup quarter is.
Well, isn't it Art?
It doesn't mean anything.
Oh, I think that means something.
We'll see. I don't think he's played all season yet, so we'll find out.
No, he was in at tight end. Well, I mean yeah, quarterback.
QB. Yeah.
I'm gonna go 35-0.
35-0. Canes, okay.
And I know you mentioned the Titans might have a different quarterback situation.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's the same guy from last week, 3 interceptions.
Oh, you talking about KD 26?
No, he's number 17. He threw 3 back-to-back interceptions.
That's the quarterback that's not there anymore. I was out. So
all right, so in 2 interceptions.
Yep. So I don't know who.
2 instead of 3.
I know they're at practice right now, so we'll find out. I'm sure they'll be chirping. But so you got 35. Bush rang in today. His was 30-0 Canes. So we all got the Canes for this game. And and hopefully, we definitely, trying to catch up on these things. So, Mr. Parker, I actually should block you from the league, but I will leave that aside for now. Yeah, moving on to the next matchup. So we only got 3 this weekend, which we'll talk a little bit about the other ones here in a minute.
Yep.
And why there's only so many games. But let me get this.
Yeah, Matt hates the Rebels as usual.
I don't hate the Rebels.
You hate the Rebels.
Don't start that rumor shit, bro.
You hate the Rebels. You told me.
I told you. That's why I have one of your rings in my office too, because I hate you guys so bad.
Well, of course you're gonna have a ring from every championship team. Like that's
I actually wore the Rebels ring the other day. I was kind of thinking of how goldish the yellow stones looked, but
what's wrong with that?
No, I'm just saying that the Rebels yellow is starting to look a lot like a Spartan's gold these days. So
okay,
but anyways, it's kind of weird. We're like just kind of rambling on here. Sorry, I'm sure these guys are getting bored listening to us. So we'll go to a commercial break and then we'll be right back. Oh my God, Tossie, you're killing me, my guy. Last time I checked, I didn't have a team, so my team is right here and right here. So, no, but I will have a Spartans ring this year, regardless. I have told people a lot of that. If they win, I'll get one just like they would if any other team that wins. If they lose, I'm getting one that says 0-3 on it, first place losers. So, and I'll put that one in the case too. So. We'll see. I don't even know if I'll be here for the championship game if some of our other projects are taking off the way they are. But we'll figure that out. We got plenty of time to come into that. So let's get right into the next matchup.
Yep.
We will go straight into the Hawks and Phantoms game this weekend at 4 o'clock at Legacy. Go ahead, sir.
Well, the Phantoms offense looked a lot better last week. I know their defense scored on a pick 6 too. I can't remember if it was 1 or 2, but and the Hawks the Rebels beat them up bad. So I don't know, man. Like I think I said it last week. I respect Blue a lot. I love the dude. I like Rome, even though I mistakenly identified him as a quarterback doing the underarm or underhand throw or whatever that thing was. So my bad, Rome. I did correct it though. But man, like especially the Phantoms defense, which is still their bread and butter. I mean the Hawks I don't even think crossed the 50 last week unless it was because of a penalty. That happens again. The Hawks won't be able to do anything. I'm going to be honest, 42-0 Phantoms.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I don't have much to say. I kind of got petty last week on the Phantoms. Me and Derek had some private conversations this week a little bit, just about stuff in general. But I just hope they can pull it off. This would be, I don't want to say the upset of the year, but I definitely think it would be a game that's talked about for a long time. Not even if the Phantoms win, just how they win. I mean, they struggled against the Titans going into halftime at 7-0. And I think it'll be a little bit similar to that situation. But I was trying to have vacation this week, so I didn't spend a lot of time researching last week's games. But just based off of the scores and what I've been seeing, I don't see the Hawks pulling this one out. And like I said, if they did, it would be a miracle. I think the Phantoms would have to have half their team, and Derek would have to be out of town or something, or Brad's not even in the city, or just have to be just all the chips stacked against them for the Hawks to have a chance. What I do want the Hawks to do is finish the season. Like, I want them to stay competitive. I want them to continue to push forward. Titans did it last year. They struggled through the season, but they made it. Now they're back and they're picking up steam. I truly think, like, with the Titans, they'll eventually get their mark and they'll start to move forward a little bit. We'll find out when they go to Tucson. That'll be a good game to watch, the Hawks in Tucson and the Thunder. But I'm going to have to be right up there with you. I think I'm rocking 36-6. I'm going to give the Hawks a chance, at least score once.
How do they score?
It'll be on a fluke play. It'll be some bomb that Rome or whoever the quarterback is just throws up and, safety falls down or something like that. Because they've got some random plays here and there. So it's not like they're totally, but those are all luck plays.
Well, all those luck plays were against the Titans.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they, had 51-0 against the Canes, 46-0 against the Rebels. And then the only time they scored was against the Titans, which is obvious. Like, we've already said they're improving, but they're still not to the level of those other teams.
They're not moving fast. They're not improving quick enough. That's the thing. I don't think they're adjusting quick enough.
Yeah.
So.
And the Hawks might just be getting worse, honestly. Like, I feel bad saying that, but, like, they got to figure it out.
I'm going to release a little secret here. So, just to get sidetracked with what we're talking about right now. So, if those of you guys that don't know, you can go into Huddle, and you can see how many hours of film somebody's watched or a team's watched or et cetera. So, I just want to pull a quick little stat here and see. I am under the Hawks film. And I want to look to see how much time spent watching film. So there's a couple guys that are over the hour mark. You can see it. Darian Cole. It's funny, he watched almost an hour worth of film and he's only played, I think, in one game. Yeah, there's not enough time in here for you guys to, like...
Wait, keep going. I want to see. Where's Rome? Oh, there he is. Wait, no. That's a different Rome.
Rome. Let's look here. 1 second, guys. Hang tight with us. Rome is not...
Even on the list.
Oh, all teams.
Oh.
Sorry, I think he's listed as an admin so he can manage things. But long story short, we can see all the time spent. Oh, yeah. Coach Dirks, she's watched 4.5 hours. Ray King. So, they're watching film. So what that tells me is what are they doing with it?
Yeah, but Ray King's probably watching other teams' film. Because he likes to post highlights from, other teams and call people out for stuff.
That is true. So I don't know how this is broke down per game, but the Titans kind of do the same thing.
Blues got over 2 hours.
Yeah. So that tells you guys, like, you guys, I last season there was a team that was constantly talking to me about how they're not getting better and this, that, and the other. And I went and looked, and they had like a total of like 30 minutes from the whole team in like 7 games of film watched. And I'm like, this is why you guys aren't getting any better.
Yeah.
You're not watching what you're doing wrong. So anyways, I hope the Hawks are, taking that stuff they're learning in there and moving forward. But that's where we're at with those guys. We got Bush came in at 36-0. So another goose egg getting put up this weekend. So, but let's hit a commercial break real quick. We'll come back with the Rebels Thunder postponed rescheduled game. We can talk a little bit about that, and then we will get into the actual game of the week.
Reality fans, are you ready to unlock new drama, big listings, bigger personalities? Selling Sunset returns for Season 4, Wednesday, November 24th, only on Netflix. On the next BMF.
Terry! Where's Terry Flannery at?
Watch BMF Sunday at 6 p.m., 9 Eastern on Stars. Based on the short film Maggie.
So, you know what you need?
Random guys not to ask me that?
Maggie, coming soon to ABC. Don't miss the 27th Annual Critics' Choice Awards special live event, Sunday, March 13th, and streams the next day on the CW.
Look what the wind blew in.
Next Tuesday,
Charging him with treason.
It's a trap!
watch Superman and Lois Tuesdays at 8 on DC TV. Northern California firefighters bring the heat to Flavortown Market to spice things up. Catch Guy's Grocery Games Wednesdays at 9 Central on Food Network. An HBO Max.
And we're back. I heard Alexis skipped it on me for some reason. Don't know why. But shout out to my man Andrew. He's out there doing his thing and his voiceover stuff. We talked a little bit about it last week, beginning this, promoting guys, companies in the league and trying to help them get better, We had Art Beast out there this weekend doing merchandising, and he's got a couple new things coming up. I know we're going to do some, he's got some pre-ordered fan shirts. I don't know, what would be the correct word to put the name on the back? Player shirts?
Well, is it for fans or players?
For fans. So it'd be like a t-shirt, but it'd have their player's
probably.
last name on the back.
Family shirts?
Yeah, family
Maybe.
shirts. So
Yeah.
we're going to be doing those pre-order this weekend to bring them out to next week's game. And then also we have all the ones out there if you guys want to get that merchandise in there for your let your fans know. And the teams are also free to bring their own stuff. So you guys can set up your own shops if you want, but we're trying to at least just get something out there for all the teams to have. We have a black shirt with a white logo and then a white shirt with a full color logo. So that's pretty cool. I think we sold a few shirts last week, and it'll just continue to grow. So, Tucson. Everybody's kind of wondering what's going on with Tucson. So, I'm going to take a little heat here. There was an email that was sent to me back before the season started, and if anybody knows my work life, there's 5 emails in my inbox, and it's constantly going in. I screwed up, and I missed the email about Keno not being available this weekend. So, that's 100% on me. So I diligently tried to work through Monday and Tuesday to try to find us a field, which I did find us a field. Okay, so before everybody starts chewing my head off and cussing me out, I want to show you what the field looked like. And the reason I'm going to show this to you guys is so that you understand why we postponed the game. So those of you guys that have not played at Keno yet, it's similar to Legacy. It's a premier soccer field that they've spent a lot of money keeping green. The guys that have played there can testify that the grass is nice. It's a nice facility. So to comparison, it would be going from Legacy to Sunny Slope. And I want to show you guys this, and we're going to talk about this. This is the actual footage from Wednesday afternoon from one of the Thunder players. So before you guys start yelping at me about canceling the game, postponing it, I literally could have just kept you guys at Empire and had you guys play on that. Now, if anybody knows the business model, we're trying to elevate it. So the decision was to move the game to another location on the 16th. So right now we have Cienega on the table, Mountain View, and Keno. Now, it's spring break. So everybody, let's put that in there too. It's spring break. So everybody's out of town. They're on vacation. They're out of the schools. So that's why we don't have a field locked in yet. But I promise you between now and end of next week, we will have a school set or a location lined up with either a nice field or we'll be back at Keno. Keno was available when we originally signed our lease, but that's supposed to be our bye weekend. So I know some guys are upset, some dudes are hurt, this, that, but if you want to play on that shitty old field, then you can just go play in the other league. But I made the executive decision to move the game for the betterment of the league, for the betterment of the fans, and you guys as players, because I don't want you guys playing on garbage fields. You guys paid to play on good fields, and if I need to take the, red ass and get chewed out by the players because the game got postponed, I will take the heat for that. But I just would rather push it out than have you guys go play on that, somebody get hurt, and end up having to pay tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars to replace their knees because of this garbage. So that is why the Tucson game got pushed out. So I apologize. It's on me. I'll own that one, but I did the best I could and tried to remedy the situation the best that I could. Speaking of predictions, when it comes to that, I think the Thunder would have lost. So, so I'm hoping it gives them an extra couple weeks to get prepared. I think they got the Hawks or Titans coming into town next weekend. Oh, no, the Canes come into town next weekend. That's game of the week. But anyways, so that's where we're at with that. I'm not even going to look at the comments. We're going to move right into game of the week because I know Tossi's probably got some smart-ass things to say, which sometimes funny, sometimes not. But
I think you should put the Canes at that field, to be honest.
Oh, at Empire?
Yeah. Only because of Daryl, not because of anybody else.
Shit. Daryl can barely walk on a good field. And we want to throw him on that one?
Well, yeah, that's the whole point.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
I mean, we're already getting enough slack from Fisher and those guys for other things. So
Yeah.
But all right, so we're into the game of the week.
Yep.
I can't believe it's already week 4's game of the week. The season's kind of flying by, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's going really fast.
Who's game of the week?
It is the Spartans and the Outlaws.
Ooh, this is gonna be a good game.
So we get the Outlaws, 2 weeks in a row for game of the week?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Just the way it worked out. There's a couple other. I think the Phantoms are 2 weeks in a row. I think the Rebels got 2 weeks in a row there towards the end.
yeah,
So
I think so. Man, a battle of really, it's going to be. I think I said it last week too. Can, in this case, the Outlaws offensive line hold the Spartans defensive line? Like, I mean,
sorry, I got to get out of the comments. I said I wasn't going to read them. Tossie got me over here rolling. Go ahead.
Man, I should not look down.
Yeah.
Because I have it pulled up right here too. I'm not going to look. I think that's what it's really going to come down to. Because the Spartans, as I've said, I think they have one of, if not the best, defensive lines in the league.
Okay.
I think overall defense, I think you have to make an argument for obviously the Canes, the Rebels, the Phantoms, because of that linebacking core especially.
Mm-hmm.
But the Spartans, their defensive line is nasty. Because didn't Smothers and Upshaw play D1 at U of A or something like that?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So, and then you have Raph at 330 pounds, and then obviously it's Jake Reed, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jake Reed.
So
he's playing. I think Jake Reed is not Jake Reed. Jake Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jake Lee.
Yeah.
Jake Lee is just a utility player, man. That guy is just he's country strong, as a lot of people like to call it. Like, he grew up out where I live in the sticks, and if anybody knows Getty, that Jake's just a taller version of that, hay bale flipping and post driving type of guy. So no, he's huge, and my man Raph, yeah, he's starting to look like an old lineman more and more these days, and I love my guy, but oh boy. Like them Cheetos catching up to him. So, I mean, I'll leave him to the Petty Sunday crew. But I definitely think the Spartans are on a roll, and they're pulling it together. They're out one of their linemen today, but if anybody wants to see who their new O lineman is, go check out play number 99 on last week's game. So I'll just leave it at that. I got sent a video clip of, I don't know if I'd call it a pancake. He literally tossed the kid like 5 yards. So, but yeah, they're firing. They're doing pretty well this year. I think.
Yeah.
I went back and looked at some of their records and stuff over the last seasons that I've been around, and it's like the third championship is when they win, right? Like, I think the Stampede beat the Spartans at their third time. I think the Rebels was the third time, and I might be wrong on that one, but it seems like it's always their third attempt there. They win it. So I'm rooting for those guys to have a good season. But I'm really curious to see how the Outlaws are going to adjust to finally making the move on the quarterback, solidifying Rico as the starter.
Yep.
He was ejected last week for a helmet, but the board and the player guys determined that it was non-violent. It was just in the play context. So he's reinstated this week. So
yeah.
And my man Johnny Grant will be playing linebacker, so I hope to see good things out of him. He's been in my inbox all week, so I hope he, and takes his time to, show us why he needs to be on the show. So
yeah.
But yeah, any predictions on anything else? Let me get back into my notes while you're. I think I did have some notes on this one.
So here's the thing, and I know one of your notes, and I actually want to talk about that too. So I'll wait for you. Oh, you said something like you're sick of the gold, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm just curious if the Spartans ever going to wear anything besides the damn gold jerseys. Like,
don't they have like 3? Don't they have black and white also?
I mean, they did when I owned the team 4 years ago. I don't know what they got now. Yeah. That might, as a petty Sunday guys go, we got to get a Spartan in this chat room to find out what uniforms they're wearing.
Well, I know they wanted to wear gold against us last year in the title game, but we decided not to let them do that. So maybe they're just a little salty about that still. So they're like trying to get as much gold games as they can in, So.
I mean, I don't know. Those gold jerseys are from, I think, year 1 or year 2.
Yeah.
So they're getting a little old.
Yeah.
So I know they reordered some white ones, but I mean, Outlaws always seem to be looking fresh every week. I don't know if those are new uniforms or just ones they just change them up so much that I haven't paid much attention.
I haven't seen them get new uniforms other than I think the camos and then those
Mm-hmm.
those light blue pants. I haven't seen. Other than that, I haven't seen uniforms from them in a while.
Yeah.
I know they change their helmets every once in a while. Like they were powder blue last year or something like that, and now they
I
dipped them again.
honestly do not know.
Yeah, something like that. I like uniforms, so I pay attention to stuff like that. But as far as a prediction goes, I mean, last week everyone kind of thought the Outlaws were going to get steamrolled, or obviously the underdog. But look, I feel like they thrive in games like that, like where they're not supposed to win. They seem to always, I don't know, either take a lead or I don't know, like be in it more than people think they're going to be. That's a team that you literally, if you're going to try to put them away, you have to do it in a very assertive fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's be honest. The Outlaws could have taken a 2-score lead late in the game, but a couple drop passes. That was honestly the difference. So I do think the Spartans win this one, but I think it's going to come down to the wire again. I'm going to say I'm going to go 24-21 Spartans.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know me. I'm going with the Outlaws in this game. Only reason I think because Rico's he didn't get to finish the game last week, and they barely lost that game. They lost it by just a couple of points in the last minutes and seconds. So I think that if Rico's in it for the full game, he's rocking and rolling, and he's going to end up coming out. But I don't want to disrespect the Spartans. I said this earlier. I think it'll be a 6-0 Outlaws, and they're going to get a bombs over Baghdad on little Rico, the little DB they always manage to throw in the game, and he always gets roasted at least once or twice a game. So that'll be where the 6 points are scored. I think that the Outlaws the Outlaws defense is definitely one of the solid ones. I was doing their stats earlier this week, looking at them, and I think Mentz had like 3.5 sacks for lost 30 yards or something, and then Salzman had 2, I believe. Like, I was kind of shocked at the stats on the defense. So I think they're right up there among the best right now.
I think their secondary needs work before I can call them one of the best.
Yeah. Well, if I wasn't too busy running around picking up shit and putting out fires every week, I'd be able to actually watch some film and be able to give you some true thoughts on that.
Yeah.
But anyhow, man, we're like halfway. It's half hour. We're almost done with the show. This is why we need Bush back. Bush, I know you're watching, dude. You got to get your schedule figured out, man. It's hard with 2 guys, especially when we only got 4 games, quote 3 to talk about. So,
Well, yeah, that's how. I mean, usually we would spend some time on the Tucson game too.
I mean, we could throw our predictions on there if we wanted to. If they were to play tomorrow, I think the Rebels would just I think the Rebels would just beat the snot out of them.
Why does tomorrow matter from when they play the 16th?
A lot of things can happen between now and then. Rebels players got chippy guys too. They could be out suspended. They like to throw helmets. They're one of the more notorious teams for tossing helmets on the sidelines. I mean, anything can happen. Their key players could get hurt. Still, week 4, you guys can add players up until next weekend. So who knows? Maybe the Titans pull out some D1 guys. I don't know. So anything could happen between now and then. But I think if the game was played tomorrow, the Rebels are walking away with that one, 24-6. So
You think they score?
Yeah.
Thunder?
Yeah. They scored on the Spartans. And I think the Spartans' defense is better than the Rebels' defense today.
Yeah, but wasn't it a late score?
I'd have to go back and watch it.
I
I just know it was in the last couple minutes of the game.
Like garbage time?
Oh, I'm just saying that
Yeah.
I'm just going off that they scored. I don't look at the parameters or particulars of it.
I would take the Rebels 21-0 in that one.
21-0.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron. Coach Aaron said uneducated. It's funny because there was a player last year that he went on Red Zone and started talking shit about Aaron Wilkins, OC of the Spartans, about how he was uneducated. I don't know. I know there's a lot of players in the chat right now that would testify against that, but
yeah,
there are some times I question his decisions. So, but it's all good. But anyways, let's go to the chats. I know we got some time to kill. I don't want to spend an hour on stuff, but we can talk about some other things. Garbage points. I like it.
Yeah, see, I pay attention. I watch film. on all the games. So
That's because you ain't married and ain't got no kids. I'm married with 4 daughters and 5 companies, man. I ain't got time to watch just hours of film.
it's not an excuse.
The only film I watch literally is ejections and fighting. That's all the film I watch. Like I don't have time to just sit and watch the plays, and I wish I could.
Yeah.
Tomorrow though, I'll be watching all day. So.
Are you going to be hiding in the stands, or are you going?
Hell no, I'll be up in the box where it's air conditioned.
Oh, okay.
I can lock the doors. People don't bother me.
Yeah.
I'll be right next to you. What are you talking about? So.
Yeah. Well, you kicked me out of my seat last time you were up there.
Did I?
2 weeks ago.
I don't remember what that was for.
You said, "Hey, go sit in the middle," and then I came back, and all my stuff was moved into like the
Oh,
corner.
my bad.
Yeah. So that was cool.
Raph in there justifying those points.
Yeah. Yeah. See, garbage time points. Dwight, it was not early. I know for a fact. Apparently, Zach isn't playing tomorrow for the Outlaws. Go up, I think, is when he said it.
Where?
No. Up a little bit more. Something, I don't know. I thought I saw him. Oh, yeah, see, you better play tomorrow. Yeah.
He said he's retired. He sounds like Martin, too.
Yeah.
I mean, they retire every week.
Oh, well. But
Awesome.
I don't know.
I'm kind of disappointed in myself, to be honest, man. This week's been crazy, and I feel like the show's kind of lame-dicked. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. I don't have much to talk about. I actually got a lot more to get done before tomorrow. So unless we got any other major comments, live tomorrow, 7 o'clock, right here on CMX and AZCFL channels, we will have live stream coming to you live with Derryberry and Cody Cameron, right? I think Cody's the co-host tomorrow.
Yes, Cody's back.
Awesome. And we got the rosters updated, so no more of this mystery running back thing. I don't know what happened and how John Tay ended up being the running back on the Outlaws last week, but I did catch it on the film, on the game. But we do have some cool stuff. Still working on the sideline camera, guys. And audio, for some reason, is not transmitting, and we do not know why. So I don't know if we'll have sound from the side, but yeah. So we'll be signing off. Shout out to our sponsor, Sozo Therapy. And appreciation to Christian there at CMX getting that commercial all put together for us. We do have some highlight stuff we're working on for later this week, so we'll start releasing some of that stuff. Stats should be 100% updated by Sunday through week 3. And those of you guys that are watching, I'll little disclaimer: if you're wondering where your stats are, it's because your roster wasn't updated or your number wasn't in there. I know for a fact on the Outlaws there was a few guys that did not have roster. They weren't even on the roster on the registered. They just weren't on the actual roster. Like they didn't get moved over. So we have stats that we didn't put in for you guys. So if you're missing stats, please get with your owner's head coach. Figure that out. Last disclaimer to everybody: if you're not on the roster tomorrow, you will not be let in the player gate and you will not play in the game. We made that clear at the owners this week. And I've spent diligently this week with the help of Bush and Raph trying to get all the rosters corrected in these owners and helping you guys work through all of that. Had plenty of time to get rosters fixed, numbers done, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, okay, let me see.
Ooh. Tui just asked what's the latest someone can join to make playoffs?
Next week. So you have to basically be registered by Tuesday the 29th.
29th.
Yep. You have to check into 5 games. So 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 would be 5 games.
If Tui comes back and he goes back to the Rebels, which I'm assuming he would.
Nah, bro. He's going to the Titans.
No.
He's going to go help those guys win.
No. But if Tui comes back, man.
Could you imagine if him and Peanut go to the Titans? Titans go 5-5 and end up winning the ship.
Am I allowed to say where Peanut is
I don't
right
know.
now? Am I allowed to announce that or no?
That's up to you and him. I don't know where he's at. I know he's on a roster. I thought I saw it there the other day, but I haven't seen him in any of the games.
Yeah, he'll play this week.
Nice.
Yeah, from what I've heard. So, yeah. But if Tui does come back, though, that changes things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, see, Peanut's on the Canes.
Cool.
So.
Well, I guess he's a Cane then because he can't transfer.
But can you imagine, though, Tui alongside Dwight? Because, Dwight's an interior D lineman now.
What?
Yeah.
He's like 5'10", like 120 pounds.
No, he's like 6'1", and he's definitely not 120 pounds anymore.
I'm only talking shit because I know he's watching.
I was at the gym with Dwight earlier. I know he got on the scale. I know exactly how much he weighs now.
Oh, he's tearing your shit out, Dwight.
Yeah.
Make sure you keep pointing at him in the gym so everybody knows that you got a celebrity in there. I heard that story.
Oh God.
Zach, the celebrity in the gym, coming up on TV.
I'm glad that I was wearing a hat. Not that anyone really would have. I don't know. Yeah. See, Dwight said he's being downgraded. So.
He said OG.
That's what I told him, Raph. I told him. I said, look, man, if Dwight keeps eating a little bit more, he's going to be an offensive guard pretty soon. And sure enough, he's been on a diet all week. So.
He's been on a diet.
Yep.
That's because he's in a new pilot seat. He's got to shrink up a little bit to get in fit his big old head in that pilot's captain's helmet, or not helmet, hat.
Yeah.
Captain's hat.
Yeah.
But congrats to Dwight. Those guys that don't know, he got his dream job just recently, and you know all the appreciation to him, or however the word you want to say it, man. Congratulations to him is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that guy's going big places in the world. So.
I don't even know if he's going to be able to play in the playoffs.
Because he'll be out of town?
Another spoiler, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe if Tui comes back, there you go.
But yes, we will be officially locking rosters in 2 weeks from today.
So I have 2 weeks to make a decision?
Oh, the 29th.
Okay.
But, so you have 29th to register. So March 29th, the registrations get, turned off. So you can't register. And then the Friday before this week 6 game. So that would be, the 2nd or 3rd of April.
Yeah, something like that. Hey, if anyone's selling a large helmet, hit me up.
April 1st, we will lock the rosters, and that will be the rosters for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So, you can change numbers internally and all that, but you won't be able to add any more players to the roster.
Yeah.
Yep, trying to get into playoff mode. So.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Look forward to seeing some of you guys tomorrow. Not some others, but it is what it is. I will have a drink at the Goat. If anybody wants to join me, you might get a free drink out of it. But we will be signing off until tomorrow. Tune in 7 p.m. Game of the week. I do not know if Petty Sunday is on tomorrow or on Sunday. Last I heard, they were taking a week off because people were sensitive. So we might have to get with those guys tomorrow and find out what's happening. But look forward to the weekend, some good games, and we will see you guys later. Where's the commercial? Sorry.